Peter Santo here once again as we kickstart a busy week of Raider sports. We stop in first with some Raider baseball. Brad Marchetti would be on the mound here for Wellesley in a Bay State Conference matchup with the Walpole Rebels. Brad Marchetti would also help out his own cause in the bottom of the first inning. First and second, one out, Marchetti swings at the first pitch he sees and gets the infield single. Even better, the runner from third scores, and already Wellesley has a 1-0 lead. The Rebels then hand the Raiders another run when Brian Gaughan's wild pitch bounces the highest I've ever seen, and no surprise the catcher can't find it either, allowing Brendan Dolan to score for the second run of the inning. On a 3-2 pitch, Colin Blasco drives it to right center for the RBI, and Wellesley quickly holds a 3-0 lead after one, as Walpole's mistakes hurt them the most. Now a 4-0 Raiders advantage, Walpole finds a way to strike back in the top of the third when Liam McCabe smokes this 2-run double to right, driving in 2 Rebels and cutting their deficit in half. Walpole isn't done yet, as Ian Fair's hit drops just out of reach of Colin Blasco's diving attempt, and another Rebel scores. And as the third comes to an end, Wellesley still has the lead, but it's only 4-3 now. But after surrendering those 3 early runs, Brad Marchetti would be lights out, smoking the corners with his pitches, and helping out defensively as well, like on this play here, that puts a stop to any more possible rallies by the Rebels the rest of the way. So we fast forward to the 6th, Raiders looking for more in this tight 4-3 ballgame. Tommy Lieberman leads things off and ropes it deep over outfielder Liam McCabe, and the ball gets all the way to the fence, and it's a leadoff double for Lieberman. Jackson Posnick would then connect on a key sacrifice fly that would add an insurance run for Wellesley, as the Rebels only have 3 more outs, down 5-3 now. Brad Marchetti gets the first 2 outs by way of the K, and then gets Liam McCabe to ground out to officially end the game. The Raiders looked solid in this victory and got another complete game by Brad Marchetti. Wellesley took advantage of early errors by Walpole and then never gave up their lead. 5-3 Wellesley would be the final here at Sprague. We stay here at Sprague on Monday, as girls lacrosse, on a key 5-game winning streak, would have a huge challenge once again in a tough schedule that never seems to let up this season. Facing their unbeaten rivals, the Needham Rockets, ranked 3rd in the state, we head to the opening half. Early on, the Raiders get some great chances but just aren't able to connect, as either the post denies them or goalie Liz Valentini somehow gets the stuff on solid Raider shots. It doesn't help either that the Rockets on their offensive attack seem to have everything going for them. And behind goals by Kaylee Connery, Caroline Walsh, and Allie Hickey, Needham has a quick 3-0 advantage midway through this first half. Sylvie Vernon would find the cutter Maddie Balter for the score, and Balter would return the favor on this restart assist to Vernon to help erase that 0 on the scoreboard. But they still find themselves down 8-2. Second half, though the deficit remains for the Raiders, the last 15 minutes of this final period has a lot of positives for Wellesley that continue to fight their way through the Rockets' stingy defense. Down big, 13-2, the Raiders would hold Needham to only 1 more goal, and not giving up, Raiders would find ways to score. But as soon as it's back to a Rockets 14-4 advantage, back-to-back scores by the freshman Maddie Balter would help cut into that deficit once again, as the Raiders would continue to stick around here, still down 14-6. But unfortunately, time is not on their side. Caitlin Tchaikovsky's second goal of the game would make it 14-7 Needham, and that would end up being the final score here as well. The Rockets built an early first-half lead that Wellesley just couldn't come back from. The Raiders' 5-game winning streak comes to an end as the Rockets stay undefeated. Girls lacrosse would have to quickly forget that tough loss, though, as the very next day, we'd be right back here at Sprague, and the opponent would not get any easier for the Raiders, facing off against the 9-3 Newton North Tigers. The Tigers immediately build a 2-0 lead in the opening minutes of the first half, but Sophie Vernon would take care of that early deficit herself, as Vernon answers with this score here, and then buries the shot once again past goalie Eliza Bresler. And just like that, it's 2-2. A great pass inside by Gail Bennett finds Maddie Balter for the quick stick score, and Wellesley takes the lead for the first time, 3-2. In this tight game, looking for more, the Raiders get a great play here by Kylie Noonan. Noonan running full speed, buries it while running into Emma Luce, who moved up to defend in the crease. Ref says no goal. What? Oh, that's right. Apparently, Kylie Noonan was supposed to stop all the momentum in 0.5 seconds to avoid running into a defender around the net. Maybe it's just me, but isn't that what you have a goalie for? To defend shots in the crease? Just put that down as reason number 25, while I'll never fully understand girls lacrosse rules. No goal. Score remains 3-2 Raiders. Thankfully, though, on this restart, Caitlin Tchaikovsky would net the 4th unanswered goal here by Wellesley to make it a 4-2 Raider lead. This entertaining yet frustrating first half comes to a close here. Wellesley with a 1-goal edge, now 4-3. This back-and-forth match would continue in this second as well, sparked by a Gail Bennett score just seconds in that gives Wellesley the momentum back. Caitlin Tchaikovsky on the fast break fakes high and buries it low, 6-4 Raiders. But Newton North fights back. Down by a goal, Caroline Wise somehow gets this shot to find the net. We are once again tied, 6-6, with just about 12 minutes to go. Seconds later, that tie would be erased as Kylie Noonan with determination sinks in the go-ahead score. That finally, this time, the ref sees nothing wrong with it, and Noonan helps Wellesley retake the lead here again, 7-6. But with 5 minutes left, it's tied at 7-7, and as time keeps ticking away, great defense by both goalies, Carly Boyle and Eliza Bresler, helped keep it tied. So with seconds to spare in regulation, Taylor Tchaikovsky with the attempt, and I believe it's ruled that Eliza Bresler was too far out of the crease to defend that shot. Whatever the call, it's good for Wellesley, bad for the Tigers as Bresler is not happy at all. Raiders get one last chance, and Sophie Vernon scoops up the loose ball, feeds a great high pass, Maddie Balter with a great catch, and even better finish, as Balter's quick stick goal is the game winner with 6 seconds left. What a huge assist by Vernon and clutch goal by Balter, as the Raiders fought hard for a great team win. Great response and effort shown after a tough Needham loss the day before, as Wellesley hangs on, despite some bad calls in this back-and-forth battle. And now at 8-4, this exciting win goes down as a final here. Raiders 8, Tigers 7. We stay with lacrosse. This time, though, it's the boys here on Thursday as the Raiders played host to the Framingham Flyers. Having beaten Framingham earlier on the road in a close 8-6 victory, it would once again start out close here, especially in the first quarter. After a Carter Huff goal, the Flyers would briefly take the lead as Brett Chin goes sidearm with the shot and score, 2-1 Framingham. But Michael Bohms would then break a 2-2 tie with a great spin move and finish. And as the first quarter ticks away, the Raiders hold a 3-2 lead. In the second, Wellesley would help solidify a very defensive quarter, especially on this great play as TJ Maley picks off this pass around midfield and with speed just beats everyone and buries it. 5-2 Raiders as we head into halftime. The third quarter opens up and it's a big one for Wellesley for sure, as the offense just lights up, and Scott Westerman is a huge reason why. Westerman's 2 quick scores here give Wellesley an 8-5 advantage, but the Raiders get a 2-man-up advantage right after, and they do not waste any time. Michael Bohms with the shot and score, and Griffin Morgan helps widen this Raider lead to 10-5. Scott Westerman buries the hat trick in just this quarter alone right here on this play, and Framingham just cannot stop anything now. These 12 minutes in the third would really be the game changer here, as Scott Westerman's 4th score makes it 12-5 Wellesley. Raiders offense looks fantastic, as a close first half completely changed to a blowout, behind a huge 5-goal performance by Scott Westerman, all in the second half. Thanks to that third quarter, the Raiders in the end run away with this one, by the final 16-8 over Framingham. Well, that does it for this episode, but there is still plenty of Raiders action coming your way. Stay with Wellesley Media as we keep you covered with all Raiders sports. As always, check us out on demand at wellesleymedia.org, our YouTube and Facebook pages at Wellesley Public Media, and right here on Comcast 9 and Verizon 39.